welcome to season 6 of the Podcast Discovery Show. I'm Kirk.
I'm Zach.
And I'm Matt.
And we are excited for a brand new season because I didn't even really realize until literally seconds ago that this was season 6. I thought it was season 5.
Years we've been doing this, Zach.
It's a new year. We were just talking before we started recording that we're cautiously terrified of what's going to happen this year, as we have been for the past 2 years. And we hope that you join us on that journey.
Yeah. The journey of just making it by and surviving. The journey of survival. But let us survive together and discover some new things along the way. So this year, we always have kind of a roundtable discussion during the off season where we discuss what we want to do differently, how we want to add some stuff. We've got some kind of exciting things that we're really excited to talk about and do. And we really want you all to be a part of it.
This just in, exciting things making us excited.
Yes.
I did not think of another adjective.
Everyone got to hear the entire process. But yeah, we do have a lot of stuff we're trying to do. We are trying to be more active again for many of basically the entire planet. 2021 was a rough year, and it was for us as well. But through that, we found Matt, and we have never felt more lucky, #blessed in our entire life.
Yeah.
And so there's always a silver lining. But
I was going to say, I'm glad you found me too, because I was very hungry. I was very cold. You guys found me on the side of the highway and you said, you want to do a podcast with us?
and then nursed him back to health.
The rest is history.
I was weak.
Yeah, so we're going to be more active. We are going to be back onto streaming every episode when we record it. And we would love for everybody to join us, because the entire reason we started streaming this is because one of the questions Kirk and I kind of were thinking about is, what do we wish that podcasts had that they don't? And one of the things that we were never able to do is directly interact with a podcast while it's being recorded. And so that is why we started streaming. And it's why we would love for you to join the stream and to share any discoveries you have as we're recording it live. And we're going to shout you out on there. There's another way that you can be involved in the show directly, and it is the Disco Hotline.
The Disco Hotline.
We will have that in the show notes, as with every week. You can call us. You can call me on my cell phone, and you can leave a message.
Call me on my cell phone.
Call me maybe.
You can call me maybe too. It's really whatever you want. I'm trying to think of. I can't remember.
Just don't call him Shirley.
But
oh my God! You can call him Al.
Oh, you can call me Al. There it is. That's the one. I was like, I know there's another one. Call me Al is a classic. But call the Disco Hotline. You can leave a message, and if it's not disturbing or unable to be aired, and it's a Discovery related thing, or even if it's funny, we're probably going to put you on the show. So call and talk to us. We'd love to have you on the show.
Speaking of the Disco Hotline and being able to interact with the show, we want you all to be a part of some guerrilla marketing. So we have some ideas, some things that we want you all to help us with. So if you, no matter where you're at in the world, are willing to help us out on getting the word out about the Podcast Discovery Show, hit us up, shoot us an email, hit us up on Twitter, Facebook, wherever you follow us. Shoot us a DM and let us know. And we would love to partner with you to spread the word about the Podcast Discovery Show. In addition, we are now on TikTok. I'm working on it. I'm learning how to do it. And I've got one up there so far, but they're going to be mini discos, probably weekly. And yeah, we're going to be sharing small discoveries every week on our TikTok, which is Podcast Discovery.
And you might be thinking, aren't these guys a little too close to boomers to be on TikTok? And you're correct, but we're doing it anyways because we want to bring the content. We want to bring the good stuff to the places where the content is. And so we're gonna do it.
Zach really just wants to do those dance videos.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that was the main impetus for like starting it, is because I really want to do some dance videos.
He is working on his twerk.
I know we're not streaming this, so it's like, but you can't see
that I'm doing it right now. Like I actually have a very elaborate microphone set up, and I'm actually twerking as I'm talking right now.
He's upside down with his legs on the wall and his hands on the ground, twerking while talking. It's actually pretty impressive.
I'm actually glad you said that, and I really appreciate it, because the amount of practice it took to be able to have a normal sounding conversation while doing this, it was it's the first people I called while practicing this, they knew what I was doing. Well, they at least knew I was doing something, and it was awkward every time. But yeah, so
we're going to the cheeks clapping. Is that the problem?
I mean, that's always the problem, is the thunder.
The thunder.
Oh, well, season 6 is off to a good start.
Yeah, we're way off the rails already. So yeah, we're back, everybody. We're going to be doing this weekly again, and just for you.
So join us on our journey of survival of 2022.
I do have something else I'd like to offer to everyone. I was talking to Matt, and we were talking about how every New Year's resolution is deeply self-conscious and existential, where it's like, what do I hate about myself enough to try to give myself an ultimatum based on a year? And we're not going to do that. So Matt and I were talking, and we were like, okay, what's a fun one? It's not based on, here's something I hate about myself and I want to change. It's something I just want to do this year. And if I remember correctly, Matt said that he wants to say howdy more. And he even mentioned specifically paired howdies. So howdy, howdy.
Howdy, howdy.
Yeah, so there you go. Matt is already accomplishing his dreams for next year.
It's great.
And I would like to pet an animal that I have never pet before. Some kind of just strange animal. I don't know how it's going to happen, but if I see the opportunity, I'm going for it.
I heard that capybaras are an invasive species in Florida now.
Are they?
So we need to find one because they're really cute.
They seem very perfect for petting. They seem very chill.
Yeah.
They're just hanging out. Okay, so now you know where my goal is going to be for the next year, is trying to find out where the capybaras are. And I'm going to try and pet one. But I'd like to offer this to all of you too. Find something fun, a fun resolution, and shoot it over to us. And we'll mention that on the show too. But yeah, we're looking forward to it. Hopefully, maybe a good year.
A lot of different streaming stuff we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing a lot of gaming, a lot of various events and things like that. I'm very excited.
So we're going to be sharing stream nights where each one of us is going to take a night in addition to us, streaming together the show. Maybe we'll have a few nights here and there where we all stream together, some games and stuff like that. But yeah, it's going to be exciting. It's going to be a very broad spectrum of things we'll be streaming. Matt is our resident all-around artist. He does all the arts.
Artiste.
He's an artiste in every way. So yeah, I'm excited to watch him do some of those kind of things, all the things. He makes music, he paints, he does all the things. He does
interpretive dance.
Puppetry. He has a felt board that he likes to do stories on.
Yes.
Honestly, I would watch Matt do felt board stories because it would be insane.
Oh, so I guess that brings us to our first recommendation for 2022.
Ooh.
And I recently found a show that was near and dear to my heart because it's very funny. And it's the guys that made the show Workaholics. So if any of you guys have ever watched that show, it's kind of a parody of bro culture. So it kind of makes fun of just, that whole bro-y culture. And these guys are hilarious. Keep in mind, it is very, it's for mature audiences. We'll just put it that way. But it's hilarious. If you've got a good sense of humor and you like comedy, maybe a little bit of toilet comedy, maybe get a little bit blue, you'll love this because it's hilarious. And I want to recommend the name of the episode is, I guess the name of the show first is This Is Important. This is important. And we're going to do episode 10. And it's entitled The Best Reason to Grab an Animal's Dick.
That goes right into your resolutions.
Yeah, it's exactly my resolution.
That was my inspiration.
I cannot wait to hear this. It's going to inspire my goals for this year.
Jesus.
You didn't say where you were going to pet the animal.
I mean, I feel like petting implies not molesting, but I guess that could be true.
Well, that's our first recommendation for 2022. This is important. Episode 10, the best reason to grab an animal's dick. And remember.
No, you both did it. I was hoping Matt would see it.
Matt, you do it.
Yeah.
And remember,
there's always more to discover.
This was a podcast from the Podfix Network. You can check out more shows like it at podfixnetwork.com.